My loves, good afternoon. Welcome back to Maverick Baking and welcome back to another chocolate review. It's time. The sun has faded sufficiently that we can eat chocolate in a solid state, and I'm back in Scotland tasting some new UK treats to let you guys know whether they are worth your money or not. Or otherwise just to provide some entertainment in the form of either my joy or, more likely, my suffering. If you're new to the channel, my name is Kelly and here we conduct lots of chocolate reviews. I also post what I eat in a day videos, fun little foodie vlogs, recipes, food challenges, all sorts. If that sounds like your kind of thing, feel free to stick around. Today, folks, we're talking about Tony. We're talking about Tony's Chocolonely, and we're talking about their collaboration bars with none other than Ben & Jerry's. Now, I believe these bars actually came out a couple of months ago, but it's been a while since I was back on UK shores to taste such things, so we're here a little bit behind, but still very happy to be here. The two bars we're going to be tasting today are the dark milk brownie bar, this one with the slightly darker blue, unshockingly, and we're also going to be talking about the white strawberry cheesecake, which is particularly interesting. So let's get our teeth stuck into these two bars and find out if they're worth your money. I don't know if these are necessarily like limited edition. I know that they're relatively new and not available kind of everywhere in every supermarket, whatever. I find them at my local big Sainsbury's shop and I'm ready to get into them. So the dark milk brownie bar that we're going to start with is an ice cream inspired bar to celebrate the brand's commitment to ending modern slavery in chocolate. It features Tony's Chocolonely dark milk chocolate and crunchy brownie pieces. So we're looking at like a roughly 42% chocolate, somewhere, as they say, between dark and milk, closer to milk, going to be on the sweeter end of things. Main ingredients being sugar, cocoa mass, milk, blah, 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 followed by cocoa butter and then those brownie pieces. Fairly minimal though, fairly kind of minimal ingredients list for what something like this could contain. And it's a big 180 gram bar, so perfect for shading or not shading. As always, it has the lovely kind of thick Tony's paper wrapping and that lovely, lovely silver foil. And we get in there to see that iconic kind of unequally divided Tony's bar shape. It smells mostly like milk chocolate, to be honest. Nothing particularly remarkable from the smell itself. And breaking off a kind of generous piece, you can see that there are kind of little bumps underneath where I think those crunchy brownie pieces are going to be. Let's see how it tastes and see if it's worth your money. Unsurprisingly, very chocolatey. Would I say that the vibe was immediately brownie? Not really, but I can kind of see what they were trying to go for with the texture. In terms of the flavor, it tastes pretty much identical to all of the other kind of Tony's dark milk chocolate bars in that it's creamy because the main ingredient is sugar. It's also very sweet. It's definitely one for milk chocolate lovers more than dark chocolate lovers, but it is very unsurprisingly chocolatey. This isn't any kind of like light milk chocolate. It's a big chunky piece. It's a big bold cocoa flavor, and with those brownie pieces in there, there's a little bit of kind of chunky, not necessarily crunchy texture, but like it feels like there's chocolate chips inside the chocolate. You know there's chunks of something in there that's adding an extra kind of cocoa-y flavor. It's milk chocolate for people who just really, really like chocolate, basically. Is the chocolate itself super remarkable? No. It's a decent quality, mass-produced milk chocolate, and I certainly wouldn't complain about it. It's the kind I could easily smash through half a bar of, no problems whatsoever. It's not too sweet, it's not too sickly, it's not too creamy, it's also not too dark, it isn't too bitter, it doesn't taste too artificial. Despite having kind of bits and inclusions in there, it still feels like a decent quality milk chocolate bar. All that said though, is it one that I would immediately associate with Ben & Jerry's? Not really. Is it something I would rush to buy again rather than just any other kind of Tony's bar? I don't know. It's a good mainstream milk chocolate. Love the size, love the texture, flavor's good, but for being nothing particularly unique, I don't feel like it sends any kind of memorable message, and it certainly doesn't evoke any kind of feelings or vibes of Ben & Jerry's, for me personally. It tastes better than the Ben & Jerry's brownie ice cream, in my opinion, because their chocolate fudge brownie ice cream, in my opinion, is quite a generic chocolate ice cream. But for doing a decent job of what it's trying to do, I would give this bar a 3 out of 5. Moving on to the bar, I find slightly more on brand for both companies, especially so for Ben & Jerry's, and one that is definitely quite unique in terms of the Tony's repertoire. We're going to be trying the white strawberry cheesecake. From this one, we can expect Tony's Chocolonely's white cheesecake style chocolate with sticky strawberries and crumbly biscuits. Already sounds like the texture might be more promising, that there might be a little bit more kind of variety and uniqueness to the flavour. It describes itself underneath in terms of the actual ingredients list as white chocolate with pieces of dehydrated strawberry, biscuit, and also cheese powder. In the cheesecake context, fine, but those pairing of words together aren't good out of context. From this one, we can expect the main ingredient to be sugar again, so we're looking for something kind of sweet. It's then followed by cocoa butter, which is nice. It's nothing too kind of vegetable oil-y. In terms of a mass market mainstream white chocolate, that's very, very common. Then followed by milk, the dehydrated strawberries, biscuits, and that cheese powder in there. Ingredients list could certainly be worse, could certainly contain even more sugar and vegetable oil and stuff like that in terms of being a white chocolate. So here's hoping this will be lovely and creamy and strawberry cheesecake-y all on its own. Already, it's looking a bit more Ben & Jerry's. It's looking a bit more inviting, a bit more unique, a bit more memorable. You can see it's certainly funky in terms of its colour. You can see that there's white chocolate in there. I have no idea if the zoom is going to work for you folks. I'm hoping so with the light, but you can see, if not just by the colour, that we have chunks of biscuit in there. We have that kind of smattering of the freeze-dried strawberries in there. And it smells like strawberry and white chocolate together. Absolutely zero snap because of the fact it's white chocolate. It's warm outside and there's lots of inclusions in there, so there's no judgment here. But let's see if this bar is worth picking up. Certainly, immediately more interesting. This is what I was looking for, this is what I was expecting, and this is what I am very happy to be experiencing. This is immediately Ben & Jerry's coded. You've got creamy, you've got crunchy, you've got chewy, you've got different textures, different flavors all going well together. You have that immediate creamy vanilla flavor as you eat it, the crunch of those little buttery biscuits, and the aftertaste is just this gorgeous, rich, sweet strawberry flavor. And because it isn't some strawberry jelly, it's those actual dehydrated strawberry pieces, there's that lovely kind of chewy texture and an actual fruit flavor afterwards. It's sweet, it's creamy, it feels like a dessert, it feels like a strawberry cheesecake. Is there necessarily a cheesecake flavor? I don't know, but it's creamy, it's vanilla-y, it's white chocolatey, and the biscuit and the strawberries certainly make it feel like a whole unique dessert experience. This isn't like any other chocolate bar I've had, but this feels like a Ben & Jerry's collab. This feels like a Tony's bar in terms of the texture, in terms of the creaminess, in terms of everything going on, and in terms of the uniqueness as well. Of course, it's white chocolate. It is sweet, it is very rich. Is it the kind of thing you'd smash in one go? Maybe not, but it's absolutely something you would come back for again, in my opinion, because A, it's delicious, B, it feels super on brand, and C, it's not like anything else. I feel like if I wanted milk chocolate, I wouldn't necessarily pick up that first bar, but if I wanted some white chocolate, this would definitely be high up on the list of the kind of sweet white chocolate dessert-like thing that I would want, you know? It fits the bill. It's inviting, it's unique, I feel like it works. It feels like a good combination, a good collaboration between these two iconic brands. So for me, it's a 5 out of 5. Do let me know if you guys have seen these bars, if you've tasted them, and do let me know also if there is that kind of actual ice cream tub collaboration as well, and if you've managed to get your hands on those too. Or if not, tell me which one you would be going for first, even if I've been very one-sided in my views today. But I'm afraid that is all I have time for today, guys. Thank you for joining me in today's very tasty Tony's, Ben & Jerry's, other E's collaboration bar video. It's been fun, it's been delicious. I've very much missed doing these chocolate reviews for you guys. There will be lots coming to the channel very soon, just because I have lots of goodies and probably some not so goodies ready to film and ready to upload and share with you guys while I am back here in Scotland, so do stay tuned if that's your kind of content. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you for the next one.